Hello, hello everyone. I am Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I'm coming to you live today with some creative ink. So if you happen to be joining in, come in and say hello. I know I'm like 5 minutes late or so. I guess I feel like I'm out of sync or something today. But anyways, so are you excited? It's apple season here in Central New York. Apples are just starting to ripen here, and so I thought I would use the Apple Harvest Bundle. Okay, it's a cute little bundle, or well, it's not a bundle in the mini catalog. Actually, the stamp set is in our mini catalog, and the dies are a special little promo that is available for the month of September only. So, and they go perfectly with this stamp set. So if you haven't seen the dies, you're going to want to check them out here today. Okay, so again, I'm Nancy Thompson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central New York, and I love to share creative ink with you. So hi, Colleen and Shirley and Anne and Terry, welcome. I don't know if this is your first time tuning in or not, but welcome. Okay, let's get started since I know I'm late. Let's go to my desktop, okay? And we will check out, this is the, for September only, Stampin' Up! Has a promo called Perfect Partners. So there's 6 stamp sets that are in our catalogs, whether they're in the mini or the annual catalog, okay? And they are perfect. They've offering a die set to go with these stamp sets, these 6 stamp sets for the month of September, okay, or while supplies last. So I don't have them all, but I really wanted the apple because I love the apple set that's in here. Let's see, here's the Apple Harvest stamp set right here. And I think my lighting feels off. It's a dark and dreary day today, and I think I used it a while ago for another event at night. So hopefully you guys can see that. And let's maybe zoom in just a tad bit more so you can see that, okay? So there's like a trio of apples on a branch. There's one here so you can see the slice, and of course the single apple as well. And then we've got some blossoms too. And the words are really great. There's some really different fonts in here, but you can see it more up close in the July through December 2022 mini catalogs. You can see it here on page 54 of our mini catalog. And plus they give us some great ideas as well for some layouts using this stamp set. Okay, so let's look at the dies because I gotta look. I think there are 25 dies in this set. It is truly amazing. We have a bunch of blossoms. There's 2 different size blossoms. We've got these little things that can go into the center of the blossoms. We've got some different leaves. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leaves in here. Wow, that's a lot of little tiny leaves. I love that. I think this is like a keeper when you have little flowers and you want these petite little leaves. And then we also have this scalloped edge as well. That's really cool as well. So hi Betty, welcome. Glad you're here. And then we have this this branch also that's great to put your apples on or your blossoms as well. And of course there's a really cool new die cut label here that will fit your word, and you can also shorten this up as well. So let me kind of like, if you only wanted the greatest gift, you could easily shorten your die so it only punches out part of it. Okay, can you guys see that okay? I'm not sure if you can, but you can readjust it by running it through your die cut machine a second time and shorten up your label as well. So it's kind of like a really nice stitched edged and with some nice cutouts on the ends as well. So cool die set, and the dies are available for $35 if you already have the stamp set, and if you don't, you can get the bundle. The bundle pricing is $53, and that includes the 10% bundle pricing off as well. So okay, so let's get started. We've got apple stuff to make here. And our first card is we're using some of the Tea Boutique designer paper, okay? I'm using this pattern here, this Granny Apple Green. I think that's what it is. Or it could be Parakeet Party, but I'm pairing it with Granny Apple Green, okay? I'm sure it is Parakeet Party here, but Granny Apple Green will work great with this, okay? Little untraditional colors, so yeah. Oh, and I gotta do a plug here too. If you're local to me and you love to quilt, I belong to a local quilt guild, and we are having a quilt show next week. If you want more details, you can take a quick screenshot, and I'm going to try to put this up on my Facebook page too, where the address is. It's like in the Onondaga Hill area, and there's over 120 quilts that are going to be on display, as well as some vendors too. So that's really fun and cool as well. Okay, so let me think here. Now I've switched up my things here, so let's go back to this. All right, so our first card, we are going to, so I've already kind of cut or colored in my image. We're going to do a little bit with blends, okay? So you can see the apple slice here, right? And I use the Petal Pink Light and Dark for my exposed apple part. And then I used, let me think here, Dark Poppy Parade and Dark Real Red, okay? And I'm going to show you how I did that coloring in a bit. I'm going to do the envelope, okay? So we're going to pair this. There's that paper from the Tea Boutique, and I got to just give a shout out to my friend Deb Meek. She is in Belgium today and on a trip with her husband. So hey Deb, I can't wait to hear more. I'm loving seeing all your pictures on your trip. Okay, and welcome Linda and Gail as well. So let's grab and adhere this. And let me just grab a piece of grid paper here. Okay, so because the other night I was working on some projects for my team meeting, and I was just getting ink all over, and I finally had to cover up my desk. So okay, so let's adhere this onto our Granny Apple Green here. Okay, and you know, I don't really have a preference which way to do the stripes. So should we go up and down or side to side for the stripes? So the one good thing about the liquid glue is I had that wiggle room to move it around on my on my mat there. So so here's my apple, okay? Should we go sideways or up and down for my stripes? Can you guys see that okay? Let me zoom back in again a little bit more. Whoops, that's quite a bit. Let's go back out. There we go. So, well, you guys kind of in the comments, let me know whether I should go with the stripes up and down or sideways. I can't make up my mind. And I'm going to add some dimensionals to this while you're figuring that out. And, oh, today was first day of school for us. Some communities, they started yesterday, and I'm thinking, yikes, the day after Labor Day, that's really rough on the kids. Because we have a Labor Day celebration here in our community, what we call the field days. So that's always a fun time. But they used to do it on Mondays, have the fireworks on Monday night, but several years ago they switched it to Sunday night. So it makes it a little less stressful for parents to keep their kids up on a Monday night, because some had to go to school the next day, but we did not here. So, okay, let's look. So sideways. There's one vertical. Vertical is up and down, right? So sideways, up and down. It's a tie, guys. Somebody else needs to comment here. We have a tie. I think I'm gonna go, let me do, what did I do on that one? I did up and down on my other sample. So let's just go this way. All right. And since we're a tie, because I used a different stamp set with that, or a different stamped image for my other sample. So it's a little bit bigger image. So let's add some baker's twine here, some white twine. We're going to put it on with a glue dot. I'm kind of rolling that glue dot a little bit so it doesn't show, and hide it behind the knot. And I'm just going to kind of shove it down into that opening where it's die cut, so it's not such not so thick for that. And then we're going to give it a little bit of a trim. So we've got our twine bow there. And I guess I'm not in the picture, Nancy. And we're going to add this to a thick white card base. And I have my bone folder in the other room because I've been working on some cards for the marketplace at the quilt show. And so I've been busy doing that. Okay, so sideways. Okay, Betty, you were my deciding factor. Okay, so we've got that, and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back side of this so we can apply this. Okay, and it's been fun coloring these apple images. They're very easy to color and not hard to do at all. So why do I say that? Because I love how the apple gives like the shading here, okay, around it. So you can highlight it with a darker color. The same on here. So with the red apple, I laid a base of the Poppy Parade, the dark Poppy Parade first, and then highlighted it with the dark Real Red, okay? Okay, let's add a greeting. Need my stamp set here. We're going to add thanks for your kindness. Okay, and I didn't stamp this ahead of time, so let's just I need to line this up. I want to make sure I get it onto the label. I've already die cutted a label, a stitch label here. Okay, and I know I'm upside down, but that's okay. There we go. Hey, that came out better than my sample. Okay, so what else did I do? So I've already die cut my flower pieces. Here you can see that little red thing that's going to go in the center of my flower. So we're going to just add, whoops, that was a lot of glue. Just a hair bit of glue there. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And let's see about, I'm just going to pick this up. Do I have this up right? There we go. I'm going to just put this one on first, okay? And then I'm just going to offset these a little bit. And then I've got my flower right there, okay? So easy. Love the detail on these. So I'm going to add this on with some dimensionals. Okay. Go. I'm gonna just kind of offset it a little bit, and I'm gonna put this on with a dimensional as well. I'm gonna put one dimensional in the center there, and uh-oh, my flower moved here. There we go. And then let's just kind of put that up into there. Okay. Okay. The new set of dies can be done with the mini. Yes, they can. Any of the thank you for saying that, Betty. Any of the dies in the Perfect Partners promotion are all able to be used in the mini mini cut and emboss machine, okay, which is really great. So if you don't have the big one, all of these will fit in the mini. All right, so we're going to add some leaves, okay? So I die cut a couple of these leaves. Look at these fun leaves right here, okay? Can you see the detail in them? They're just so die cut in there. All right, here we go. We've got some glue dots, so I'm just going to put a glue dot on the very end, okay? And we're going to tuck these right underneath that flower. I know it should be more pinky color, but I'm going with yellow. We're going a little rogue today, okay? So I'm going to put it, just tuck it down in underneath that flower bud. And there we go. So what do you guys think? Whoops, I'm probably zoomed out a little too much. Let me, my zoomer is just not responding too quickly here. All right, how's that? So, so there we go. Isn't that cute? But let's add a little bling, right? Let's add some bling here. We're gonna add just some basic rhinestones, okay? So let's grab, here, we've got some here started. So let's just grab some of these big ones. We need to fill up some of this dead space here. Let's go over here, and then let's grab a smaller one just to kind of go over here. All right, so we've got our bling there. Very simple and easy. And you could obviously stamp something on the inside as well. You could do a stamped image, like let me see here, what else do we have in that stamp set? Here we go. There's like this nice, it's just a hint of like a pattern, and the flower is there as well. And you could even just do a partial part of your apple blossoms as well, okay? Or even the full apple inside as well. But maybe I'll do that later on, okay? But let's do the envelope, okay? Because I wanted to show you how easy it is to color this apple in, okay? So we're doing an envelope. So I did one earlier, and see how it bleeds through? So it's important that you just stick a piece of scrap of something in there, you know, of cardstock, so it doesn't bleed through to the back side, okay? Okay, so let me move that. So we're going to use, I'm using bronze, okay? This is one of the blends that doesn't get used very much, show much love. You could also use your crumb cake. My crumb cake's in another basket being used with something else. So I pulled out the bronze, and I'm going to do the stem in this bronze color. And then I'm going to take dark old olive, and I'm just outlining the veins on the leaf, okay? This is so simple to do, okay? And then we'll take the light old olive, and always make sure you're putting your caps on tightly when you're done using, so that way your the alcohol doesn't evaporate. And I'm just going to blend in just swirling motions to get the veins on the leaf a little softened out a little bit. Okay, I usually like to go and outline the image. Just do a swirly motion just to blend it till you're satisfied, okay? So you can kind of see the shading, I hope, okay? Okay, so we're gonna take Poppy Parade first. And here again, I'm gonna just kind of outline my apple, okay? And when you're using, like if you're coloring in a big image, either swirly motions, or I'm just going to kind of, because I've outlined it, I'm just going to do long sweeping motions. Whoops, forgot to do around the leaf. There we go. So just long sweeping motions so it doesn't see my stop and start of the apple, okay? Oops, I got on the leaf a little bit. I'm not paying attention here. Here we go. Because you want to try to avoid the lines when you're coloring, okay? And I love our markers. Okay, so we got a base foundation, okay? So let's go with a dark real red here. And I'm going to just, where you see this dark shading, I'm going to add some of this real red. Just some swirly motions, okay? And try to stay inside the lines, Nancy. Okay. And obviously you could, you know, add more if you wanted to. Go inside the apple a little bit deeper. But, and sometimes you might want to let it dry too, so you can do another coat. When it dries, it kind of adds another layering of color. And then I'm going to just go quickly over this again, kind of like in the center, and just make sure everything's blended, okay? And sometimes you don't see the results right away. As I said, it takes a little bit of time for them to dry. So there's our envelope. What do you think? Isn't that this would make like a perfect teacher's card, either welcome them back to school, thanking them, you know, for the year ahead, whatever, or just somebody who loves apples. It could be anything, you know, it's just a great, beautiful little card. So, okay, so there's card number one. Let me, oh, that's the one I did earlier. And then this one. So which one do you like better? I almost think this needs to be smaller. Maybe this would look really good on a note card. We're going to do a note card next. So what are your thoughts? I like them both. It's just a really fun card to make, you know. So, okay. So there's card number one. And then let's move on to a note card, okay? So the other thing that's going on this week are our weekly deals, okay? Who has seen the weekly deals? There's some fabulous projects that today is the last day to get in on these weekly deals, okay? So, so I want to make sure you see that. I don't think I have a flyer. I don't have a flyer of the weekly deals, but you can see them in my online store, okay? I wanted to highlight the one that I love are these craft note cards and envelopes, okay? You get 20 note cards and envelopes in here. This is a brand new pack, okay? And also in this one is the craft one has this box that you can create right here, okay? So it's a fun box. It's easy to put together. This is one of the things we did at my team retreat a few weeks ago, back in September. Let me think. What are we? August. Back in August, we did this as a retreat. We just kind of created a belly band, and look at this nice sturdy box. They made several note cards to go inside it. So yeah, I love it. It makes a great gift idea. So if you're always trying to think of ideas to give to somebody for the upcoming holidays, put some note cards in a box for them. It makes a wonderful gift. Teachers, your postman, neighbors, you know, just all kinds of things. So, okay, so let's make this note card and envelope, okay? We're also using the Gingham Cottage designer paper. I don't have that out with me, but you can see that in the mini catalog, okay? It's one of my favorites, all right? So we're using the black here today, and we've got some black cardstock, some basic white cardstock, our note card, and envelopes. So let's start with the note card here, and we'll improvise with the block to the note cardstock paper is a thicker, heavier duty paper. Okay, I'm looking at comments and I see that a lot like the sliced apple. So cool. I'm kind of leaning towards that one myself, but I think on a note card. All right, so because this would probably look good on here, don't you think? That's the note card size. So I'm going to have to do one up like this and see what you think. Okay, so what are we doing here, Nancy? So I've already pre-colored my apples, okay? So you need to help me choose. So I happen to have 2 red ones. I have a yellow one. What do you think? I have a green one. And are there like pinky color apples? I don't know. What do you think about this color right here? I like these two because we have like the Golden Delicious, right? And this is Granny Apple. Isn't there kind of like a pinky? Maybe I need a little bit more red in there. I don't know. So let me know what you think about this. So I need to pick 2, okay? So help me decide which 2. Should we go with 2 red? Should we go with a red and a yellow, a red and a green, or red and pink, okay? Kind of give me an idea. Or maybe green and yellow, okay? Or I don't know. Help me decide here, okay? All right, so let's set my apples aside and you guys can kind of give me an idea. So option 1, this might make it easier, is the red and the yellow. Option 2 is the green and the red. And then option 3, red and red, okay? All right, you go. Okay, Granny Apple and red. So green and red. So a green and red and 2 yellows and green. So you still have time. We're going to put the card together first. So we're going to mat this Gingham Cottage designer paper onto some basic black here. Okay. And you know what? Maybe we'll go with this side. We'll go with this side this time because my sample shows the other side. And then we'll have a different view. Okay. All right. So let's just adhere this. We're going to just grab a hint of that black. Green and yellow, yellow and green. Okay. I think it's yellow and green is going to be our winner here. Okay, so we've got that, and we are going to just put this on flat, okay? No dimension underneath this. Right onto the craft note card. I love note cards. They're just so easy to make. You don't have to write a lot, okay? And on the inside, we're going to mat white onto our black as well. So we've got a nice area to write on, okay? The black just kind of highlights the white a little bit, and so on. So let's make sure we get this on the right side. And then look beautiful, just all matted like that. I love it. Okay, so we are going with yellow and green. So I think I want the green on top. So let's do that. We're going to put the yellow flat. Okay. Let's go with yellow, kind of at an angle. And then we're going to dimensionalize the red one here. So let's grab some dimensionals. Add some of these onto here. And one more there. Okay, so, we've had nothing but rain for, I don't know how many days. I'm ready for some sunshine here in central New York. I'm supposed to go to a picnic tonight with friends, and I'm hoping it clears up. So, okay, so let's just angle that a little bit. And I've already pre-stamped my greeting here. Okay, we're going to lay this kind of right across there. So where do I want, so I can see I'm going to need a dimensional here and some dimensionals on this end. And just I don't even know if I'll put glue there. I think we'll just add the dimensionals and it will keep it all into place very well. Okay, so let's put one here and one here. So here we go. So let's just add this onto the bottom. What do you guys think? I think that's, I feel like I'm off center a little bit. Let's see if I can peel this without destroying it and go with that. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what are we going to do next? I didn't add any ribbon or anything like that, but I feel like this needs to be creased just a little bit better. So let's add some bling. Okay, so are you happy with the yellow and green? Red and yellow. Majority. Okay, thanks, Terry. All right, so let's add some bling here. Where are we going to put this? Here. And then let's go over here. Let's do a smaller one right there. Okay, so do you think it needs ribbon? So there's that. Simple, isn't it? I love the apples. I think I need to make more of them. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's do our envelope. We're going to use some designer paper on the envelope because this would be kind of hard to color on because it's such a dark color. It would, I mean, you could, it just wouldn't, it would be more muted than you want, than it would be. Okay, so did anybody have any suggestions? What do I do to the pink? Do you think more red highlights on this one? Oh, Gail. So Gail, she's the one with information. Oh, okay, cool. That is so interesting. I never knew that about you. So Gail grew up on an apple farm, and she has seen apples of every color. Her father grew trees from the experimental station in Geneva, and the majority weren't even named yet. So that is so cool. So I'm going to have to pay attention when I go to the store next time to see how to make that apple just a little bit better. Okay, I should have done the other side of this paper, but that's okay. So we're gonna just give it a trim. And sometimes with the craft envelopes, you might even want to use like your Seal Plus, because I've got a little bit here showing. You see that where my glue didn't get totally? So you might want to just kind of go back and add a little bit more liquid glue. Okay, not too much because you don't want it to ooze out all over, but enough so that it's going to adhere. Okay, so let's give that a nice press there. There, I think that's better. Okay, I love this. I love the black. Don't you guys love this black with it? It just really makes those apples pop. So let's see, let's zoom back out here a little bit. There we go. So we've got this, and here's my one with the 2 red apples. So what do you think? Are you happy with your choice, or do you like the red? Adding a little yellow to the pink apple. Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of, is the pink lady. Thank you, Terry. I'm gonna have to definitely pay attention as to what they really look. So yellow to it. I just couldn't envision, and I kind of did this like about 2:45, so I'm like, I think we need some colors here. But anyways, so we've got those 2, and then we've got these 2. So which was your favorite? I'm gonna try this one here on a note card. I could see it popped onto here. So okay. All right, I'm so glad you loved them. Thanks, Ann. So if you what do I want to say? So if you need to order anything, watch for the weekly deals. They change again tomorrow morning. Okay, there'll be more weekly deals every week. Every Thursday for the month of September, there'll be new weekly deals out there. And don't forget, if you need to, just go to my online store to place your order. Okay, and don't forget about maybe adding the note cards and, you know, the craft note cards and envelopes to your order as well. Okay, there was a lot of great things on it. Like what else? The butterflies, the brass butterflies are on there. There's also another craft gift box that's really fun to add in cards too. And the Splendid Day designer paper, that nice metallic paper, is simply gorgeous. So make sure to check out those weekly deals, and also the Perfect Partners. Okay, have a great day, and we will see you next week for some, next week, speaking of next week, stay tuned, because next week, Wednesday, is the start of setting up for our quilt show, and I'm volunteering to help out that night. So I think I may be doing it earlier or the day before. I got to figure out my schedule yet. Okay. But I'll post something on my Facebook page as to when it is. Okay. It could be at 2 o'clock versus 3. Okay. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and get some creativity on, okay? Create something fun today and share it with me, okay? All right, have a good night.